in the nation. Look at the internal conflict in the market. Look at the internal things that are happening that are driving the marketplace ballistic. Find your way forward. Again, manifest it. Ask the universe, what can I do? Where can I be? Where should I be? Where should my money be? And you're going to make money this week. Hello, Capricorn. This is Don with Sonora Mystic Tarot, and this is your reading for the week. Oh, we have a flyer, a jumper card out of that. This is a reading for the week of April 28th through May 4th. And again, a jumper card, and I love the fact of all the cards you're going to get, this one is one of the best. So let's be happy with that card. This is going to be a good week for you, apparently. Let's take the second card out, which is the musician. I was going to say, man, you may be having a musician moment here, because you may be wanting to sing for joy, because there's the magician. And then the third card out is a Five of Wands. These are your energies. The energy for your reading overall is underneath the deck, and that is a Five of Swords. I would also be looking when we leave the reading, type in a Google search for the number 55, the angel number 55. Find out what it means, because it is very strongly indicated for this reading. Let's see what the 55 has for you, what that energy means for you, because the first thing that we want to talk about is the 55 here. This card is the 55. This is the 5. I'm sorry, the 55 is here and here. But the 5 here. And this 5 is the 5 of Swords. The 5 of Swords is like, just let it go. Let it go. Okay, now this is a financial and investment reading. This is not a very basic tarot read. So Capricorn, this is about your finances and about investing and money. And this is let go. Let go. Yes, you lost some money. Yep, you lost money. Let's face reality right now. Let's have a conversation about that. Did you lose money? You lost money. Okay, we've had the conversation. You can't get that money back. You can't undo those trades. You can't undo those investments. So let that part go. Listen to what I'm saying to you. To move forward, to ensure that your investing strategies work and pay off down the road, let it go. We're done. That's gone. Now what do? We move on. There's going to be some conflict because of the loss we already took. There's going to be some conflict as we deal with moving forward. But this is going to be a great week for you. This is a week to party, a week to celebrate, because guess what? You're changing it. You're bringing it around. This is the Master Manifester. So first of all, you're going to manifest. You're going to be doing some affirmations. You definitely need to put some affirmations in place that your investment strategies are going to turn around. You are going to bring into play affirmations, and you're going to manifest better movements in the market. You're going to manifest understanding the market better, and manifest the fact that the universe and spirit is going to be talking to you, and you need to hear them and listen more closely than you have. And you will be celebrating by the time the week is over. You will be back in black, shall we say, again, making the money. You're not in the red, as long as you listen to spirit and you try putting something in place. Again, you are the Master Manifester. If you don't do this, if you don't make a change, then nothing will. And if you're staying in this very frustrated, very blocked stage, then guess what? It's going to stay where it is. So you need to make some changes, and you can do that. This is that energy. That's that night energy, the night to moving forward. That night is the energy of breaking through the barrier and making moves, okay? This is going to be, then this is also, it's interesting because this is a moving card, and this is an energy card. So this is also going to be telling you that you need to look at different types of investments, different solid stocks even, okay? If you've been looking at tech stocks, maybe this is not the energy for you right now. Maybe this doesn't make sense for you. Maybe it's going into hardline goods. Maybe it's into commodities. Maybe it's something else. But this is definitely. But it's interesting because with this energy here, again, this is a pretty smooth pacing night. So it's a movement forward, and it's a movement with surety and confidence. So find something that gives you some feeling that you're going to be taken care of, that you're not going to be at risk, okay? Because this is not a good time for risk. Again, this is a time to celebrate, a time to feel comfortable and relaxed. So let's find a comfortable and more stable kind of investment, something that maybe like a very small return from some municipal bonds. And remember, municipal bonds are tax free. So you can income tax free. So you can that's a safe and secure, generally speaking, a safe and secure investment. Let's see some other investments that you can say, again, with this kind of energy. You may want to look, and this is interesting, that you may want to look at a moving company. Look for moving companies and trucking companies. And you may want, this is a time when you may want to short them. Because you see, with all of the tariffs going on and all the mess happening, we're going to see a reduction in. First of all, we're going to see a reduction in boat and barge reservations and storages. Okay, so because what happens is when you're in the market and you have to reserve space on a boat, on a ship, to bring product from other places. And since we have all this tariff stuff going on, and with this energy here, this is saying this is a moving thing. So we know that it's going to take 8 weeks to get something from China or the Far East over to the US, right? At least 8 weeks. And so you have to project 8 weeks in advance in doing your reservation for barge storage space, for shipping container space. And we're going to see a reduction in that demand because, again, tariffs are we've already seen some people reducing their orders because they're like, okay, we are getting slammed and we can't do what we did before because we can't afford in our business model this thing. So we're going to see a reduction of that. So therefore, with a reduction with an increase in capacity, therefore because of the reduction in spaces for things such as storage container shipments and so forth, you're going to see less need for trucks. You're going to see less need for trains. You're going to see less, again, these industries that haul product to market, anything in that supply chain, you're going to see that being harmed. And you're going to see some problems there. You're going to see some costs. That cost could be reduction in force. So you're going to see some layoffs. It could be reduction in capital investment because, again, they've got to tighten the belt. There could be some other things, such as maybe even not seeing some holiday pays and some holiday benefits and bonuses that we might see. Paying back capital costs and also with the notes and refinancing. You're going to see some businesses who have their fifth year coming onto their fifth year. When they got their loans 5 years ago, those 5-year notes were at a good price. But now the marketplace has a higher interest, and now they have to refinance into a higher interest, and that's going to impact their production and their model as well, their business model, and they may not be able to refinance, and therefore you may see some competitors going out of business. So pay attention. This may be a good time to short that part of the economy, because we're seeing and for good reasons, and that's what I'm seeing here. Again, drop the sword about what you lost already. Look at the internal conflict in the nation. Look at the internal conflict in the market. Look at the internal things that are happening that are driving the marketplace ballistic. Find your way forward. Again, manifest it. Ask the universe, what can I do? Where can I be? Where should I be? Where should my money be? And you're going to make money this week. So these are some ideas, just some ideas. There's a heartbreak. If you sit on the sidelines this week, you'll be heartbroken because you'll say, man, this guy told me, this guy gave me some great advice and I didn't take it. Again, I suggest to you, when you are done here listening to what I'm saying, go and do some research and find what container ship reservations are doing right now. If they are down, you're going to see that the spirits are telling me the right thing. Okay, because I think that's your key indicator of the transportation economy, and when you start seeing that happen, again, that ripples throughout the economy, because that means the people who plan this stuff realize that the people who are wanting these goods are not as plentiful as they were before. Okay. Lots of things to go through. This is muddled waters. This is the seven of cups, and so this is saying there are once you find this, and once you find the broken-hearted companies, the broken chain, the broken supply chain, which again, we heard about supply chain during COVID. We heard it ad nauseum, and we saw inflation because of the broken supply chain. Well, guess what? That's what we're seeing here. And we're seeing, so there are a number of companies. Focus on one or two good companies to get your money into. But I'm telling you, this looks like it's a short play, and not. This is a short. This is a buy it and watch it ride down. I mean, get an option to buy, to again do some puts and calls. Make sure that you're out there and you're gonna be making sure you're riding this wave down and not up. And I would not be surprised if you see some serious cash flow in there. It's going to take a little work. It's not quite where it needs to be when it comes to maximizing the return on your investment. But, and you're going to feel some heat a little bit. You're going to feel some heat. But this is getting done now. And this is also saying don't delay. If you let grass grow under your feet because you've been given this investment half a move and you didn't make the move and you didn't aggressively make the move, don't be surprised if you don't get gain from it. And this is the three. That Three of Wands is saying, get to it. What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? There's no delay necessary. Get to it now. So what are you waiting for? I'm curious to see how this works out. Please send me some feedback. Let me know what you find. Again, look to container ship reservations. That's the key to this reading. When you see, if indeed the container ship reservations have dropped, if there is some open capacity in the container ship reservation scheduling, then we have a problem, and this makes this reading accurate. This makes this reading wonderful because it shows you that we have a transportation problem, we have a supply chain failing, not because of the supplies availability, but because of the tariff conflict and because of all the stuff that's going on with the tariffs. And that's going to that's going to interrupt the supply chain, and you can guarantee if you get in on the short of that, because again, the companies cannot withstand the ding, and you're going to see some companies having impact. Go short, buy them, short them, and make money. Now, before I go, let me be clear. I am not an investment guy. I don't do investments. I do my own investments. I am not giving you investment advice in that sense. I'm giving you energy from the spirits. I'm giving you energy from tarot, energy that you should be listening to and using it to make analysis. And then once you do your analysis, make your choices. Do not go by only what I said, because I am not the investment guru. I'm not that guy. I'm the guy who's telling you from the other side what Spirit is giving you as a leaping off point to do your work and to make your money. And be careful not to lose your money. With that said, I'm going to let you go. Have an amazing week. Love, light, and blessings for me and my family here at Sonora Mystic Tarot, to you and to yours. Leave a message. Should you leave a message at the end of the month, I will give a drawing. Your name will be put in the drawing for a free tarot deck. Oh, Lord have mercy, I can't even speak. Or you can also get a copy of my book, The Ultimate Power Within, Unleashing the Magic of Affirmations. With that said, love, light, and blessings. Have a great one. We'll talk later. Bye-bye.